everyone, it's Nicole, and I have another layout, and I'm still using these April Spencer's kit, and I had a few add-ons. One of them was the Project Life, and this is a photo in New York, and we came to this clearing, and it was one of the fountains that you see quite a bit on movies and stuff like that. So we thought that was pretty cool. So we wanted to take a few pictures with it, and I am down to my scraps using the Spencer's kit. So I have, a sample of all the papers, 1.5 by 1.5, and then I wanted to use that Hello paper. I still had a strip of that left. And this is the second or third sheet of Tim and Beck paper that I had. I think I got the Studio Calico papers too, so then I ended up with 3 of each, and then I had one in the kit, and then I had bought the extra pattern paper, so I ended up with 5 of those. So I think I have about 2 left. So I've done that paper justice. And this is layout 18 out of 50 for the Facebook challenge. And I have the link down below. And what it is, you want to do 50 projects before you shop again. And my goal was just to get the Studio Calico kits and then use them up as much as I can. And I've been doing that. And this is my round 2. This layout took me 1 hour and 32 minutes, and it is the 14th layout using the Spencer's kit. So I went through my 6x6 pad, and it's simple stories, and it's all ledgers and journaling papers, and I cut it down to fit right next to my paper, and that's where my journaling is going to be. I cut a strip of that Hello Lily Bee design paper for the top, and now I know I want to use that Alison Kreft stamp set. That is the camera that matches that washi tape so well. I don't end up using the washi tape on this because the washi tape is black, and I decide to go with the earthier, like brown. I tried out 3 different colors. I tried out the green, the pale tomato, and the Cup of Joe, and I decided to go with the Cup of Joe. And I'm going to have one hard time stamping that camera straight. I even take out my Stamp-A-Majig, but for whatever reason, I could not get my Stamp-A-Majig to work whatsoever. It wasn't going on the block properly. It was all crooked. And I mean, I've used my Stamp-A-Majig tons of time, and I have no issues using it. I don't know if my brain was just crooked or what, but it just wasn't working. This is the second time that I do the voice recording, so I did forget to mention something. This is the 87th scrapbooking process video. So I'm approaching 100 scrapbooking process video, and I'm also approaching 1,000 subscribers, which is insane. I mean, I started doing process videos in March, I believe. So April, May, June, July. In 4 months, I started uploading videos, we'll say, to my YouTube channel. And in 4 months, I'm almost at 100 videos, scrapbooking process videos. I have 124 videos or 125 videos, including scrapbook hauls and Killikit videos and that kind of stuff. And I'm approaching 1,000 subscribers. That is absolutely crazy. So thank you so much for signing up and your sweet comments. It really keeps me going and makes me want to keep doing this. And knowing that, I had a girl yesterday leave a comment saying that she hadn't scrapbooked in like 6 weeks, and she's a new subscriber, and, she went out and got some quick dry adhesive and she scrapbooked a layout. So to me, that is just wonderful. And because I'm going to have 100 scrapbooking process video and 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a prize. But I want to see your stuff too. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a little contest, that you're going to need to do some. I'm not really sure of the details right now, and where I'm kind of attaining both goals at the same time. Last time the prize was $25. This time I'm going to do $50. And I was going to do a gift card, but last time the girl that won, Christy, hi Christy, she lives in Australia, and it only cost, and we did it so that she would get it faster. My husband actually went and mail the package, and he was like, the other way, it was going to take her like 2 months for her to get it, and I didn't want her to wait 2 months. So he did the more expensive shipping, and it was still only $20, which is not too bad. So I think I'm going to do $50 worth of products and it's going to be all, some of my favorite stuff. So I'll be sharing that with you. I'm hoping within the next 3 weeks. I just want to give you a heads up. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because it's going to be for subscribers as a thank you for subscribing and watching my videos and, giving awesome comments. So thank you so much. So I can't wait to share and I get to shop. Yes, it's not for me, but whatever. It's still going to be fun because I haven't shopped since I finished my last 50 layouts. So I went through all of that. So I just added all those squares and I kind of offset them, and I made a border at the bottom and the top. And then I punched a border with my postage punch, and I put at the top, and I stamped that camera. And then that wood veneer is Amy Tangerine, and I'm going to put that there. And those cameras came in the kit. They're not chipboard. The word escapes me right now. Oh, I can't think of it. Anyway, I sprayed them in white because I want to outline them and I want them to stick out. So the title of this page is going to be Famous Fountains. And these thickers are a Rockabye thickers, and they look like corkboard. That's what it is, corkboard. And that's what those cameras are too. So I'm going to use the Kelly Perky red letters to put out or spell out famous, and then fountain. I'm going to use the thickers. And I left the spray there because I want to put a second coat, and it takes a while to dry. So then I just kind of flipped the camera over and just kind of re-inked it so that it was more white, I guess. And at first I think I'm going to use that washi tape, but I don't end up using it. It was too distracting, I think. There was enough going on with all the different pattern papers in the squares, so I decided against it. And I went through my labels, and I took out some red ones, and I'm going to put it in 3 different spots. I'm going to move the one that's by the word famous. I'm going to put on the other side of the word famous, just because that geotag is kind of floating and I want it to be grounded. And I'm looking at more washi tapes, and I don't end up putting any enamel dots. I just realized I had them out, but I must have forgotten to put them on. And that's okay. I mean, it doesn't need to be on every single layout. So now I know I want to do some butterflies, and I have some of that grid paper left. So I'm going to ink the pale tomato and the cup of joe onto it. And what I like is when you first do it, the ink is so dark that you don't see the paper through it. But once it dries, the paper comes out through, so it's a nice detail to it. So I'm going to add that Amy Tangerine wood veneer. And last time I used some quick dry adhesive, and it took forever to dry, and it kept moving. So this time I just loaded it with ATG, and it seemed to have worked better. So I think for those wood veneers that are a little bigger, I think the ATG is better for it, to hold it down quickly and so it doesn't move. So now I'm going to outline these cameras, and at first I do it in black. Do I keep it in black? I think I end up taking out my brown pen, because then I realized, well, wait a second, I've been keeping everything brown and you're doing everything in black. So I think I take out my brown pen and just do it over top, and then you can see a little bit more of the brown than you do the black. So I'm just trying to figure out where exactly I'm going to add those cork cameras. And I have 3 clusters, and it kind of in a diagonal across the page. And that's where I move the tag over to the left side, and I'm going to have the camera to the right. And the lens of the camera. I kind of took out the middle, so I'm just going to stick the camera to a piece of scrap paper and I'm going to cut around it. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other two cameras. And for the butterflies, I want to have the bigger butterflies. I want to add some kind of dimension. So I'm using my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals because I want to use them up. I ended up buying like six packages before I bought my big foam tape. So I want to make sure I use them up and they don't, dry out, get old and not sticky. And then I took out some red twine and I'm going to make the little flutter for the butterflies. And for that, I'm using the American Craft This to That dot adhesive, and it works really well. And I just have a piece of acetate that I just keep, and that's what I use it over and over again. So the journaling just talks about that when we came around the corner and we saw this fountain, we were like, hey, that's the fountain that's in movies. And I know there's another one that's a little bit more popular than that one, more famous, if you want to say. It has an angel to the top. It starts with a B. I think it's Bethethe. And I can't remember the rest, but I think it's Bethsaida or something like that. We didn't see that one actually, but we saw this one and we really liked it. So then I added a few glimmer glaze, and that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.